Hello, and thanks for joining me in my stamping studio. My name is Tina Raby, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Edgerton, Wisconsin. I'm someone who loves to create, share, and inspire others. So today, I have this pretty card. It features the Christmastime is Here stamp set and bundle, but we're not using it for Christmas. You might be able to tell it is a birthday card, and it's also a fun fold. So we'll be doing that in just a little bit. If you do not already subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'd like to make sure you don't miss any of my videos, right beneath this YouTube video there is a little button that says subscribe. Go ahead and click that. That way you'll be notified every time I post a new video, which these days is about 3 times a week. So also, if you're enjoying the video while you're watching it, I would love it if you'd give me some thumbs up on that, and be sure to share it with your friends. I'd appreciate that a lot too. So are you ready to see how to make this Christmastime is Here non-Christmas card, the birthday card? Give me just a minute to turn the camera down and we'll get started. Okay, so we're back with the Christmas Rose stamp set, which is a 2-piece stamp set available only while supplies last, and that started on November 1st. It is a 2-case stamp set. We're just going to be using this image out of here today. So I'm going to set the other one aside. And then we are going to be using the coordinating rose dies. We're going to be using this piece right here. But this time we are not making a Christmas card. All right, so let me get my stamp mat out here. All right, I have a piece of shimmery white cardstock. And with this, I'm going to use Versamark ink. There's my very loved Versamark ink pad. And this is the image that we're going to use, but all that we really need is the rose itself. So in this case, I'm just going to take and ink it up this way, making sure that I do get good in the center. And we're going to stamp that down on that shimmery white cardstock. And I'm going to give a good push here to make sure that it's got good coverage of the ink so that it will pick up the embossing powder. Okay, so next I have gold embossing powder. I'm going to sprinkle that right over the top of the rose. I've said it before, but I say it every time because heat embossing is one of the most impressive things you can do with stamping. First-time stampers can do it. There is nothing hard about it at all. So I just sprinkled lots of excess on there. I'm just tapping off any of the extra, and then I'm just going to pour all of this back in there. All right, close the lid on that, and then I have my heat tool here. Okay, there's 2 settings on this. One is kind of quiet, it just basically blows air. The second setting is louder, and this will actually help to heat set it. Okay, so we've got that heat embossed. Isn't that pretty? I love that. All right, now I have the Flirty Flamingo ink pad, and I'm pushing on it with the lid closed. And then I'm going to open it up, and what's happened when I push is it's the inside of the lid has rubbed up against here, and I have ink here. Then I've got an aqua painter, and so with the aqua painter, if you notice here, some water squirting out, I just want to pick up some of this color, and I am going to float it all over this rose. Doesn't matter if I go outside the lines, does not matter one bit. But this gives us a really soft shade of the Flirty Flamingo. Now, I would like to have some darker tones in that. So what I'm going to do is just clear over here to the side. I am going to go ahead and pick up some of that and then just paint it in those areas where I want just a little darker color. So maybe I'm happy with the way that looks. So then with my aqua painter, I just want to get off all the excess ink color. I'm going to let this sit for just a little bit because I want it to dry. So in the meantime, I am going to get my little banner. So all of the dimensions and products for this will be listed on my blog, so you can just pop over there, stampinstudio.com. And with this, I'm going to use the Stamp Set Varied Vases. And we're going to use Birthday Wishes, and then for the inside, we're going to use Hoping Your Day Blooms with Happiness. So, back to the Flirty Flamingo. Get our happy birthday, or our birthday wishes here. And stamp that down. Yeah, I kind of thought as I was doing it, as I'm hovering above, I thought it was a little crooked. So, yay, second side of the paper. Okay, there we go. That's better. So we have that. And then this is going to be the piece for the inside of the card. I'm just going to go ahead and put the sentiment in there right away. Good. Still going to give the rose just a little bit of time because there's some other things I can do. Here I have Flirty Flamingo for the card base. It's a regular size measurement for a card base, but I've cut off 1 inch. Again, I'll have the measurements in the on my blog. I have this little band piece, and I put a score line in there. Okay, so this is going to get attached on the back side here. So to give you an idea, what it's going to be doing is attached to the back here, and it's going to flop over the front. So we're going to put the snail right here on this part. We're going to look where this is. We're going to center it from top to bottom. And that score line is right here. So now this is attached, and now we can put this back in the card. So the only place that the flap gets attached is just on the back here, like what we've already done. Okay. Then I have some of the gorgeous Christmastime is Here paper. Can you see the gold shimmer accents there? That's why I chose to do the gold here, so that it'll coordinate. All right, so let's get this stuck down. Okay, liking the way that all looks. And then with the one die that I showed you earlier, this one right here, I used some of the gold foil paper and cut that out. This is going to go right on top. Now normally I would go ahead and use the green glue, the multi-purpose glue like this to stick it on, but in this case this ribbon is going to go right over the top of it, so I am just going to put some snail right along there, lay this down on top of it. And so if I feel it, you can see that's a little bit sticky, but it's not going to matter because this is going to go right over the top. And so with this, I'm going to use just a couple of dimensionals. And position that like so. I'm going to grab some of the gold glimmer dots or glitter dots that belong to this suite as well. And I'm going to get a little one here. I've just got my take your pick tool, pick that off. I'm going to put one right on there. And then I'm going to grab a larger one. I got fuzz or something there. Oh, some of my glue. Well, I want one here anyway, so I guess we'll just put it right there. And then we'll grab, let's grab this one here. And we'll put this one, let's put it there. Okay. And I'm going to grab my paper snips because by now this is dry. And what I'm going to do is I am just cutting right around the rose itself. Okay, so you can see now it is a simple, gorgeous rose. I have eliminated anything like the pine cones and the little berries and the pine leaves, needles. I've eliminated anything that makes it look like Christmas for this particular card. So if you look at the paper, there's nothing there that says Christmas. You look at this, nothing here says Christmas. So a lot of times we'll look at stamp sets or sweets and think, oh, it's Christmas, I have enough Christmas stuff or whatever. But guys, this stuff is gorgeous. So now I have some of the gold shimmer ribbon that is in this collection as well. And with this, I want to make a folded ribbon. Whoops. A folded ribbon like that. So I'm just going to take a glue dot to stick this part here together. So I just have my finger holding it where I want, and I'm just going to pick one off and get it off my finger. There we go, like that. And then we'll trim these edges. And then I'm going to use another glue dot on the back side here. And this is going to be to stick it onto our flap. And then a couple dimensionals on top of here. And then let's get our, there. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that a gorgeous birthday card? Birthday wishes, and then inside, hoping your day blooms with happiness. Okay, so then for this, we're going to do our envelope. And we're not going to do the normal thing of stamping on the envelope, because if I do that, I'm going to end up with pines and pine needles and the little wintry sprigs in that. So instead, I have got a piece of the designer paper, and I am going to do a simple banner right across here. So you can put your address label still over that or put it on the back side. This is a little extra long, which is fine. I'm just going to trim that off. Another great way to decorate an envelope, to use up your tiny little scraps of designer series paper. So isn't that pretty? Using the Christmas rose stamp set, the Christmastime is here paper, the accessories, the gold shimmer ribbon and the little enamel dots from it, as well as the framelits. And then we added onto that the varied vases stamp set for the sentiment on the outside and the inside. So if you have enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. YouTube pays attention to things like that and makes my videos more visible. So give me a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, right underneath this video on YouTube, there is a little subscribe button. On the right below it. If you would click subscribe, I'd appreciate that. And that will also notify you each time I post a new video to Facebook, so that, or to YouTube, so that way you won't miss out on anything. So I hope you've enjoyed your visit today. I would love to have you come back next time. So between now and then, enjoy life. Stamp something and eat chocolate. Bye-bye.